January, really a good time to get your finances in order, but the new year also often means changes to things like your insurance. So here to tell us how to navigate this is Stacy Giulianti, the Chief Legal Officer with Windward Risk Managers. And especially in Florida, a lot of talk about changes to our property insurance, a lot of changes even to auto insurance. But if we go right now talking about property insurance, what should Floridians know here as we enter 2026?
The most important thing I think people need to know is that the rates are going to continue to go down.
Thank
This
goodness.
is yes, it is. It's incredible news. The governor and the legislature over the last several years have made some changes. They've gotten rid of a lot of the frivolous lawsuits. We've seen lawsuits and claims go down by 80% in some areas, and because of that, that savings is being passed on to the consumers. And so you will continue to see, probably for the next 2 years, rates go down and stabilize. So it's great for everyone.
And so there's also a lot of talk right now about what it would mean for property insurance altogether. Could it be eliminated in certain situations? What do you think is going to happen, and what would that mean for people, or people who, don't have a homestead exemption, so perhaps they have a second home here? What does it mean for them?
Absolutely. There are a lot of homes, especially condo units, that are owned by people from up north, from Canada, from out west. You see a lot of people trying to move directly to Florida because of our low property taxes and things of that nature. And so what we're finding now is there's more demand for insurance. But the good news is 18 new companies have come into the state of Florida to sell insurance. So you're going to see a lot more capacity, whether you're a homeowner in Florida as a resident or whether you're someone from away and you have a second home here.
And it's so nice. The more competition we have, the better our prices are going to be. Florida really got lucky, if you will, when it came to hurricane season. Does that help us at all? Because I know that a lot of times when we do have a lot of natural disasters, a lot of our premiums will go up. So what are we seeing?
Absolutely. When you don't have a hurricane, a couple things happen. Number one, the insurance companies, like ourselves at Windward Risk Managers, we don't have to pay out that money. And that's great for us because insurance companies are basically holding the money of all of its policyholders. So if we don't have to pay out that money, guess what? We can offer savings to the customers in the following year. But even more important, reinsurance, which is insurance for insurance companies. If they don't get hit by storms, they offer cheaper prices to the insurance companies like ourselves, and we pass that savings right on to the consumer. So it's a win-win.
I've lived in Florida for 15 years. One of the most confusing things I think we always talk about is flood insurance, because it's like, do I need it? Do I not need it? Am I in a flood zone? Am I not in a flood zone? So where do we stand coming into 2026?
Such a great question. Flood insurance is not covered by your homeowner's policy. Let me say that again.
It's completely separate.
It's completely separate.
See?
So that's right. And a lot of people don't know that. I mean, you know that, but a lot of people don't know that. And it's so important because anytime water is on the ground, that's a flood. Storm surge, drainage overflow, lake overflow. That water on the ground, too much rain is going to cause damage. 1 inch of water in your home can be over $30,000 in damage. And because it's not covered by your homeowner's policy, if you don't have that flood coverage, you're not going to be covered. So you need to call your agent and do that soon.
Okay, so talking about, everyone is advancing when it comes to technologies. Is anything happening within the insurance agency or the insurance industry, if you will, with technology that could benefit consumers?
That is a great question, and that's because technology really has come to the forefront of insurance. Listen, let's be honest. Insurance wasn't always the leader in technology. We were using paper when I started in this business 30 years ago. Now we don't use any paper. Everything is electronic. And when you take that and put it with even the advances in AI, we're always going to have humans looking at claims, always have humans looking at underwriting. But when you add that AI, you add that technology, you allow humans to be more efficient. And the more efficient we are, the faster we get out for claims, the faster we underwrite the policy, the faster we get that bill out to you. And again, we pass that savings on to the consumer. And that's why you're seeing a reduction in rates in part. So again, that's good for everyone.
And the faster we could get money to help make repairs in emergencies.
Absolutely. After a storm, you want to get that money fast. You want to get that contractor out fixing it up. We want to do it fast.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here in Florida in 2026. It could be put to a vote, of course. It could be in our hands. So thanks for that information. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this interview, and a lot of good information in a short amount of time. So what I've done is I've put a link to on our website so you can watch this interview again. A lot of good information. So if you want to go back and forth, scroll and watch it over, it might be a good idea for you. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate it. Sandra?
All right. Thanks.